All right, today we are diving into a legal idea that is, frankly, a little wild. It's this concept that could completely flip the script on passenger rights by using a law you'd normally associate with, well, taking down mob bosses.
You know the feeling, right? You're stuck on a tarmac or your flight is canceled and you feel totally powerless, treated more like a suitcase than a person. Well, what if that exact feeling, being treated like cargo, could actually be the key to unlocking a legal tool that's been hiding in plain sight this whole time?
So let's get right into it. There's this new legal theory bubbling up that could completely transform how passengers can fight back. It's kind of like legal jujitsu, using the system's own weight to create a whole new kind of leverage.
Okay, here's the theory in a nutshell. Use the RICO Act. Yeah, that RICO Act, the one for racketeer-influenced and corrupt organizations against carriers. And I know what you're thinking. How in the world is that even possible? Well, to get it, we need to look at two key pieces of the legal puzzle. So let's break down the two laws that are the absolute foundation of this entire strategy. First up is the big one, the one you've probably heard of.
Now, see that phrase right there? Treble damages. That is the magic word. We're talking triple the amount of your actual damages. It's a massive incentive, and it's why this law has so much teeth. But to use RICO, you need what's called a pattern of racketeering, which is basically a series of related crimes. So where do you find that?
And boom, here's the second piece, the Travel Act. This law makes it a crime to travel in order to promote illegal stuff. But here's the crucial part. A violation of the Travel Act is specifically listed as a racketeering act under RICO. This is the bridge. This is what could potentially connect passenger mistreatment to a huge RICO claim.
Okay, so if these laws have been on the books forever, why are we just talking about this now? Well, for decades, there was a giant legal roadblock that stopped any case like this dead in its tracks. The problem was simple. For years and years, the courts were crystal clear. You could not use civil RICO for a personal injury claim. The law was strictly for financial hits to your business or your property. So for most passengers, that was a non-starter. But then, not too long ago, everything changed. A landmark Supreme Court ruling came down that just completely rewrote the rules and opened a door that had been bolted shut for years. Okay, here it is, the big shift. Before this 2025 ruling, if you were personally injured, no RICO for you. But the Supreme Court decided that the economic fallout from a personal injury, we're talking lost wages, medical bills, that kind of thing, that stuff does count as an injury to your property. And that one little change, that was the key that unlocked this entire strategy. All right, so now we have all our pieces on the table, right? We've got the RICO Act, we've got the Travel Act, and we've got this game-changing Supreme Court ruling. Let's snap them all together and see how this powerful new argument actually works. So here's how you build the case step by step. 1. You show that passengers were mistreated in a way that breaks the law. 2. You argue that this mistreatment is a violation of the Travel Act, which makes it a racketeering act. 3. You prove that because of this, you suffered actual economic harm, like you couldn't work and lost pay. And 4, you connect all those dots, and bam, you have a civil RICO claim. It's a really clear, logical path. So why go through all this legal gymnastics? Well, look at the difference. A traditional lawsuit might get you compensatory damages to cover your losses, but a successful RICO claim, that upgrades your case to treble damages, plus your attorney's fees get paid. It completely changes the financial stakes of the game. And this is the number that has everyone paying attention. 3 times the damages. It takes what might be a standard claim and turns it into a high-stakes legal battle. It gives plaintiffs an incredible amount of leverage, and it's why this strategy is seen as so aggressive and such a game changer. So let's wrap this up. What's the big takeaway from all this? Well, this isn't just some interesting legal theory. It has the potential to seriously reshape how accountability works in the entire travel industry. So, to recap the really important stuff, that 2025 Supreme Court decision was the spark. The whole legal strategy works by linking the Travel Act to the RICO Act. The absolute key is proving you lost money because of the mistreatment. And what it does is upgrade a regular claim into one with those powerful triple damages. Make no mistake, this is a brand new, very aggressive way to litigate. And that leaves us with this one big, kind of crazy question. Look, this is a new legal theory. It's still being tested, but the door is officially open. are we about to see a wave of lawsuits where regular passengers start using the very same laws that were designed to take down the mob? I guess only time will tell.